Welcome to Private 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. The moment no one expected, when one glance changed the entire atmosphere. It happened in less than a second, so fast that most people in the venue didn't even register what was unfolding. The camera hadn't panned, the spotlight hadn't shifted, and yet the energy in the room changed instantly. Yuan, who had been standing casually in the guest section, completely at ease, suddenly froze. His expression tightened, his eyes sharpened, and for a brief, suspended moment, he looked as though the world around him had fallen silent. The cause of this reaction? Xiao had just entered the venue. A shift so subtle, yet impossible to miss. Fans with eagle eyes caught the transformation immediately. That polite, practiced smile he wore for the press faded, replaced by something deeper, something unguarded. It wasn't shock, and it wasn't panic. It was a moment of pure, unrehearsed emotion. And Xiao certainly made an entrance worth reacting to. As she glided down the red carpet in a flowing, elegant gown that shimmered under the lights, all conversations seemed to quiet. Her presence alone could steal the spotlight. But the unexpected stir wasn't only about her stunning appearance. It was about him. Yuan, who rarely revealed anything that wasn't polished or intentional, suddenly couldn't hide how he felt. Viewers watched as he turned his head again and again, as if confirming to himself that what he was seeing wasn't a dream. He took a deep breath. His lips curved into a small, involuntary smile. It was subtle. It was real. And it was captured on camera. When composure fails and emotions take over. As Xiao approached the area where he was standing, that casual confidence he usually projected began to crumble, not dramatically, but unmistakably. His posture stiffened. His hands fidgeted. He adjusted his jacket once, twice, 3 times. Anyone who understands body language knew exactly what that meant. The moment the two finally greeted each other, the reaction from the audience, and later the internet, was explosive. There was no dramatic hug, no lengthy conversation, no staged interaction for publicity. It was simply a brief glance and a soft smile exchanged between them. Yet that tiny moment carried a weight that 1,000 words couldn't. Fans replayed the clip over and over, analyzing the way Xiao's expression softened when their eyes met and how Yuan seemed completely unprepared for the encounter. Even though she remained composed and graceful, she flashed him a faint smile, just enough to stir endless speculation. A glance that turned into a storm. That fleeting interaction ignited a wave of discussions online. Some were convinced they had just witnessed the revival of an old spark between the two. Others believed something had been simmering beneath the surface for a long time. And then came the second incident. The private event shock, when Xiao arrived holding another man's hand. Just when fans thought the earlier moment was already enough emotional turbulence for one evening, another clip surfaced from a private event held later the same night. Xiao walked in, this time holding a man's hand. It wasn't staged. It wasn't a publicity stunt. It happened so naturally that it almost seemed casual, but that made it even more shocking. The camera once again caught Yuan's reaction. His relaxed expression stiffened instantly. His smile disappeared. He turned his face away for a moment and drew in a long, controlled breath. It was the kind of subtle but telling shift that only someone who cares would display. Netizens didn't hesitate to magnify that split-second reaction. The clip spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, Xiao Lucy looked perfectly at ease. She chatted comfortably and smiled as she walked beside the man. Many guessed he might be a colleague from a recent project. But the hand-holding? Fans argued that level of closeness rarely falls under professional behavior. Across the room, Yuan tried to distract himself by checking his phone. But those nearby noted he kept glancing in their direction. His shoulders were stiff, his expression unreadable, and he avoided interacting with Xiao Lucy entirely. And of course, every tiny detail became a hot discussion topic on social media. Jealousy or coincidence? Fans take sides. Some fans immediately declared it jealousy, undeniable and unfiltered. Others insisted the internet was overreacting. But regardless of which side people were on, one thing was impossible to deny. The chemistry between Yuan and Xiao Lucy had once again taken center stage. These two had been linked repeatedly in the past due to their dramatic on-screen chemistry and backstage closeness during several previous projects. Rumors had sparked before, faded, then resurfaced again, only to fade once more. But now? That single moment of hand-holding had revived every old speculation, every theory, every whispered rumor. Fans are now eagerly waiting to see how things unfold. Will Yuan eventually address the circulating video? Will Xiao Lucy reveal the identity of the man she was holding hands with? And most intriguingly, was that brief smile she gave Yuan earlier in the night meant to tell him something? One thing is clear. Sometimes the most memorable moments aren't scripted, planned, or performed for the cameras. Sometimes the most honest emotions appear in an instant, raw, unguarded, and very, very real. And on that night, a few seconds of silent emotion became louder than any glamorous speech or red carpet interview. What do you think about this? This concludes our new section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thanks for all.